This is the hack witch for shopping list. It's going to be done in several videos. This is the ends of what is going to happen. So in a shopping list, you want to be able to enter something or an amount. So we want to say 2, and maybe we want bread, and we're going to add that to our list, and we have that. So this is going to be adding quantities, creating our own variable type, and adding to the end of a list. Then what we are going to have at the very end of this entire unit is an assignment notebook, and it's going to be very, very similar. You guys are going to be able to decide what you do. Here's an example of one. So here I have a math class, and then enter descriptions here, maybe problems. If I could spell, that'd be great. Oh, I did spell it right. Problems 1 through 20, and I can add to the notebook. Then I can, it's up to you if you want to kind of change things around. So this is our hack witch that we're going to do today to get ready for the end of the unit hack witch. So the very first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to create a new playground, or new app, sorry, not a playground, an app. And I think my whole thing just crashed. That's perfectly fine. I will just open that back up again. I'm going to create a new app. It says my copy app 12, so I'm going to get rid of that, and I'm going to open it. Ignore that. There we go. It crashed. Allow. Open anyways. There we go. I'm going to open the playground so that I can rename it, and I'm going to rename this to shopping list. And again, I'm going to do an R so that I know that it's for my recording, and I'm going to open. So you and I should probably be having a lot of pop-ups. Are you sure you want to update? That kind of stuff. So remember, when this pops up, I'm just going to drag it off to the side so that I can code a little bit, and then I will be hitting that button to update. I am going to add another file, but not right now, so I can get rid of that. And then I'm going to make as much room as I possibly can for my code. So that's the very first thing. So what we're going to do is we want to be able to add to a list. So what I can do is I can take out and I can have a whole bunch of views. Remember, every text is a view. So I want to, let's say, have 5 views in the row. Now nothing's showing because I haven't hit that yet, so now I'm going to play Space Invaders. And now I have all of my 5 views. So here's the problem with being able to do this, and this is why I want to use an array, which is also called a list, because I have a limit, and this takes up a lot of memory. So instead of doing this, what I want to do is I want to create a list and then a loop to go through the list to display every item. It's going to be overall faster for me to code if I started with that, and it's going to save less space. So one of the ways that I can do this and create a list is simply taking my VStack and changing it to a list. And now notice that the template over here kind of changed a little bit. And so what this is doing is it's got a list of 5 texts that all say hello view or hello world. So this is a list view. Now again, there is a limit to how many that we can take. So we're going to kind of use some for loops and some kind of tricks to be able to go through this a little bit faster. This is a horrible grocery list, but imagine I had bread. Imagine I had, so I could actually put bread, I could put eggs, and that is creating that list. What I'm going to do is, because I want to be able to store less memory, is I'm going to use a for loop to go through my list here and just print everything out or display everything out. So what I want to do is I'm actually going to delete all this. I will probably have that pop-up come up. That's okay. I'm going to just get rid of this down here. And I'm going to do a for each loop. So I'm going to do for each. And inside, I'm going to say go through 1, 2, 3, 3 dots, display 5 items. And I'm going to play around with this in a second to remind you guys. And now I'm going to put in my ID : \, which is right above the return button, .self. And we've done this before. What the ID what this does is it needs to be there for the loop to interact, and basically that ID value will change every time it goes through. So it'll go through 1, 2, 3, and it's basically saying like identify the object that's in those indexes, and go through it, and go through that. We also, if you remember from doing loops before, we need to start our loop and end our loop. And we also need to do an underscore, which is right beside the 0 button, and the word in. And I'm going to explain what this underscore means in 1 second. Inside, I'm going to hit return so that I've got my inside for loop. Nothing is working. So if I hit allow to show you what's happening, nothing's going to be happening right here because I haven't told it to do anything. And now I can put in that text. This is a fabulous little pop-up. Again, just drag it off to the side. I'm going to put in a text that says, hello world. Now, nothing's going to happen because I haven't told it to compile. If I hit this button, I should now have 5 hello worlds because I told it to start at 1, count up to 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, identify the self, increase, and go up. If I were to change this to 7, then I have 7 hello worlds right here. I also can play around with this, and I can say things like start at 0, because computers actually do like counting at 0, and go as long as it is not greater than 7, or greater than, say, 17. All right, so just a couple of things to know. Notice if I do this greater or less than here, then I remove one of the dots. So just to remind you guys what that looks like. Here we go. All right, so at this point in time, you should not have any errors. And here I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And if you're sitting there going, why do I have 8? Because I started counting at 0. So it actually goes 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Or 6, 7. All right. So one of the things that I can also do here is I can replace this underscore, and I can replace this underscore with something like value. I'm going to drag this off to the side. Value. And here I'm going to concatenate inside my curly brackets here. And I'm going to use a backslash, which is above the return. And I'm going to say, grabbing that variable value, hit allow so that it actually compiles. And now notice I have these values here. So these are those indexes, and it can count for me. So instead of that underscore, the underscore is just take the information that's there, and I can also replace that with the word value and display that out if I wanted to. All right, so at this point, please check to make sure that you don't have an error and you have hello world displaying and then the values next to it. And that's going to be the end of our first of many videos.